Getting up after a nice rain last night, all night. Good morning. Greg and Carla are heading out today, and it's a nice foggy overcast day. We're going to walk down here and probably have some coffee with these guys and enjoy the morning. Good morning, Lynn. How are you doing? Excellent, doing good. Stay dry except for standing out in the rain and catching those trout last night. So my clothes are gonna need to let them hang out for a bit, but.
Well, I suppose, did you?
I'm gonna order a weather forecast right now and see.
Yeah, ready to go.
Yeah, it was good sleeping. What you having there?
We're having some boy coffee with some magic elixir.
All right. Gotta have that pixie dust. John, how you doing?
Pixie dust makes you fly.
There you go.
I'm doing good. It's a beautiful morning.
That's what Peter Pan told all the children.
Rained all on and off all last night, but it's a peaceful thing to hear the rain.
It was.
A peaceful thing.
Oh, coffee at the bottom of the cup. This is my coffee cup that I've used for, it's going to last for 10 days at least. Well, hell, we're already on day 8. So, yeah, day 8. I think day 8. So, bottoms up. Bye, guys. All right, see ya.
Cheers, thanks for everything.
Yeah, you're welcome. We'll see you guys soon. Got some beautiful weather and clouds, and so I'm doing some photography, and the rest of the crew is kind of taking care of some chores and fishing, doing more trout fishing, slaughtering brook trout and cutthroat trout with the Sankara rods, and it's just been a great trip. And so we had a couple of our members head out today, and they're going to head back to Bomber Basin today and then spend a couple another days there and then head home. We're going to be here for at least the rest of the day, and then probably tomorrow head over toward Bomber Basin and then spend a day and a half there, something like that. So we'll end up being here a solid 10 days for this trip, and then we'll go get cleaned up and ready for the trip home. It's been a great trip. It's super to get out in the wilderness with people with similar values and just enjoy the real world. So that's what we're doing. At some point, I'll probably make a video and show you the gear that I brought out here for photography on this trip, and then talk about what gear I brought, what gear I used, what gear I didn't use. This has really been kind of a minimalist photography trip for me, but there are some things that had I prepared a little better that I would have brought and had with me. So, you know, I'll try and do a little video on that. It'll either come out right before or right, you know, in the middle of this vlog series for our trip. And I'll probably do one on the Tenkara fly fishing gear that we use, what worked for us, what didn't work, but it always changes. You know, the fish, what they're biting on. Sometimes it's dry flies on the top of the water. This particular trip, it was nymphs and stoneflies and different wet flies. No real topwater action on this trip. So as far as what flies work and what flies don't, it really varies, depends on what they're hitting on. But at least I can show you what we brought and what worked on this particular trip. So we'll probably do that as a separate video as well, and I'll try and get that out soon. The freeze-dried food, and if you haven't checked out the freeze-dried series, then I'll put a card up in the upper left, a link to that. We've got tons of freeze-dried stuff, and it all rehydrated exactly like I expected, which was perfectly. So it was just super, it was great, and we're just going to continue to refine that process of our food system. And I think next year we're going to try and cut a lot of weight. We're already pretty lightweight, but we'll cut a lot more weight and do a lot more bushwhacking is probably going to be the plan. So great trip, and it's been good to have a base camp and then be able to get out and explore some of these areas that are off the trail that you don't normally ever see when you're just, you know, on the trail going from point A to point B. So it's been a really enjoyable time, and we'll have to get back to modern life soon. But I say it all the time, and it's certainly the motto here at FrostySith, but whenever you can, do whatever you can to get up and get out and live a little, because there's all kinds of cool stuff outside of our normal modern day, you know, habits that we do. So, here's a Ultra footprint, which is what I wear here in the backcountry, or Ultra brand shoes, sometimes boots if I'm going to be using crampons, mids I think they call them, but I'm wearing the Lone Peak shoes this time. But what's interesting is that since I've walked through here, we've had either elk or moose. I can't tell from those tracks which is which. If you guys can tell the difference, let me know in the comments. But pretty big critter. I guess they could be sheep, but I haven't seen any sheep around here. It's awful big. I suspect elk or something. Anyway, it's kind of cool to see. We're here making chili verde. We got the cheese mixed in there and hydrated up. We're gonna whip up some quesadillas here. And Johnny Freedom's on the pot line or hot line. It's looking good. Excelente. Look at that quesadilla. Good eating. All right, we're just waking up from a little nap after a kind of an extended little rain shower that we had. And we're gonna go down and see what the rest of the crew are doing. Seems like they're starting to stir around. And we'll probably end up making some dinner and rehanging bear bags and just organizing gear and relaxing, getting ready to start our journey out of here tomorrow. We may do a little bit of trout fishing tonight, but just trying to take it easy and make sure to stay hydrated for backpacking tomorrow. So I did switch up to the Laowa 7.5mm lens here. So that's kind of cool. And earlier, before the nap, I shot a little video that I'll just do as a separate video here on the channel about the Lumix G95 and all the camera gear that I've carried this season on this backpacking trip. So make sure to look for that. And it may actually come out before this video, depending on how the vlogs come out. We do plan to do these as premieres, so that members can go ahead and log on and interact with the Frosty clan on chat during the vlogs. So either before or after this vlog, that'll come out. If it's already come out, then just check out a link. I'll try and put a link below, so if you're watching on a computer or your phone, you should be able to use that to check out that video. Okay, that's it. Let's go see what people are doing.
Man.
Getting bear bags?
Yeah, buddy. Ready to eat. Last meal at Double Lake, bro.
That's right.
Last dinner, at least.
Uh-huh.
I think what we're gonna cook tonight, I think we're gonna cook the rest of that barbecued pork you made, and then fire up the tents tonight with the rest of the refried beans.
All right.
Make some pork and bean tacos.
Excellent. Sounds good, man.
All right, man.
All right, everybody. So for this dinner, we're gonna have some barbecue pulled pork, some beans. We got some jalapenos. Just kind of close things out, get some weight out of our packs. You know, eat a lot of food before we head out for this final trek. Kind of how it goes.
And for our viewers out there who are interested in freeze-dried meals, and you know, they're wondering, like, how did you know the magic amount to put in that pot? What did you tell them, Josh?
I don't. You just eyeball it, man. I mean, gotta go with the feel.
Okay.
Feel.
All right.
Or is it? No, it's like a third of the bag, maybe half the bag. Well, it was a third to a half of the bag for 6 people. So for 4 people, probably a fourth to a third of the bag.
Okay. All right.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think. I don't know.
That's probably good, Josh. I think you're good. All right. What are we gonna have with those beans and tacos? Like, are we gonna put them on anything? We're gonna have them on some tortillas.
Tortillas. We got some jalapenos. We're gonna throw some cheese in the beans. Get those refried beans a little cheesy.
So now what are you doing, Josh?
I'm hydrating the barbecue pulled pork.
Okay, and tell us about that.
When you pour water into the barbecue pulled pork.
And what happens if you don't pour enough water into the barbecue pork?
Well, there's still dry chunks in there. Do you have a spoon that I can use?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
And then, so what do you do about that? If you don't put enough water in there, then what do
throw
you...
in more water.
Oh, you put in more water. Okay.
Right.
All right.
It's very, very simple.
Right. And then if you put in a little too much water, then what do you do?
Well, it's soup, and you get to drink it.
Or you can boil it off.
Oh, right.
Boil it off, but
you can just warm it and boil it off, which is what we've been doing, right? Have you had any soup?
no, I
No,
haven't had
no soup. You've
those
had...
eggs at the top of Upper Phillips were pretty soupy, but no. So that, I didn't get enough water in there. So I'm gonna throw some more water in.
And Josh, how much training have you had to be able to, you know, be the proficient culinary artist that you are with these freeze-dried victuals?
Years and years and years of jet. Oh, sorry, I can't curse. Years and years of absolutely nothing.
Okay.
I just watched these two knuckleheads do it for 8 days now, or yeah, 8 days now.
Okay.
So
All
I
right.
think I got the hang of it.
And when
All
he says knuckleheads, he means me and you.
Right. I picked up on that.
We're not offended
So,
by that.
No.
Thank you.
That might be a requirement to get into the Order of the Moon.
Good.
Why don't you put on some heat on that, dude?
I don't think it's. Is that up? Is that lit?
Let me bring you over your chair.
Oh, my ass is gonna be wet. It's alright.
Okay, Johnny, so you want to tell them what we're doing here on the last day to end up with just one dirty pot?
Well, yeah, because Ben didn't tell us exactly how many grams of water that we needed, you know, to hydrate the amount of barbecue pork to the exact moistness that was required in order to safely consume this. There may be a little bit more water in there that's needed. So what we've decided to do, since we're making tacos anyway, is we're just gonna merely add these frijoles, aka refried beans, directly to the chicken. I'm sorry, to the pork. Excuse me, thank you, man. Fresh Saver bag.
It's Maddie.
We want to add the jalapenos too.
There's beans. I don't want jalapenos on mine, so
Yeah.
So add them to your own individually.
I think we'll probably need a little bit more water, huh?
Yep.
Probably just add water until it looks desirable to eat.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, proper
just do a
texture
little bit of
that you're
at a time.
expecting. Right.
Water gram per water gram.
Just like a little bit more.
Would you guys like to add cheese?
Yes. So maybe a little bit more than just that one.
That's probably get you going on that. I'll get the cheese ready.
How many more beans are left? How much of the beans are left?
Not that much. You want more beans in there?
Probably not. It's also,
I mean, we have another couple dinners.
oh yeah.
Are you ready for a little cheese, man?
Go for it, man.
And we're just gonna add a little bit of cheese there.
Add a little bit of cheese. But I like my refried beans cheesy.
Want more, Josh?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Oop.
That's good. Thank you, sir.
May need a little more water.
Just a splash. Is that too much?
You're the chef, man. Looking good.
Oh no, I think it was fine.
It's all coming together. It's gonna look good on my taco with some sriracha sauce and jalapenos.
How many tortillas do we still have between the four of us?
A lot.
A lot. At least 20 tortillas.
20 tortillas.
Yep. I've got 10 plus 18.
I still have a full package.
So 28.
How many you got, Nick?
You can have some of our tortillas.
Yeah, we'll
Share around these
I
four.
think this is ready, man.
get you set up. All right, is it ready?
I believe so.
Bon appetit.
So it looks like that was about 4 minutes from start to finish.
Here we go.
Yeah. All right, let's serve it up. All right, show us, Josh.
Just got ourselves a burrito, man. Gonna wrap this bad boy up and go at it.
Excellent.
Please. Thank you.
Yeah, it's delicious.
You want my pan, man?
Wouldn't mind it.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's right here.
Too many halibut. Well, I think I still might jalapeno pork chili.
So what do you think of that, Nick?
It's gonna be real spicy, but it's delicious so far.
Is it hydrated? Okay, great. So Josh, you're about done with your first one. Is it hydrated? I mean, did you cook it correctly?
I believe so. I cooked it correctly.
All right, excellent.
I decided to warm my tortillas, Ben.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to as well.
Because it just basically takes it.
To the next level, doesn't it?
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna turn this off and get ready to slide in there behind you, John.
I'm just going to give you this one, bud.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera off now and eat these victuals. Round 2.
We throwing some scald down on those tortillas, man. Just it adds to it.
Oh, it's
Adds to the
excellent.
flavor, man.
Yep, looking good.
Add a little scald on those.
Yeah, look at this, nice, and it's warm in my hand. All right, so we finished up dinner tonight, and we had basically a campfire program tonight. And now we're just gonna wrap up our last few chores, gonna hang some bear bags, cache some water, and call it a night. Say good night.
Good night, everyone.
All right, remember, if you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and whenever you can, get up, get out, live a little. See ya.
You notice that Lynn is texting Carla. We want to take a bath tomorrow. But it's a beautiful valley. It's called Bomber Basin. We just hung our bear bags up in that area. There's my tent. And there's some of the back. We did 10 miles today, come over a couple of passes.